Good morning, everybody. I forgot to open up the little PNG tuber program. 1 second. let me quickly fix that. There we go. Much better. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, everybody. Today, we're gonna be continuing that Railroads Online save that we have, and why not get the new engine? If it's within the Steel Pegasus rules, I'm allowed to do that if I want to, hypothetically. I could also try and cheat in the, what is it? The, this behemoth. I know it's StarCap. I don't have any snow to plow, but I could cheat this in if I really wanted to. Hello, Joel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm joining a stir stream right at the very start. This is a new sensation. We're discovering new horizons. Let's see, where's the engine? Where's the engine? Get the rotary snowball. Wait, it's $19,000? Oh, okay, at least we have a smokestack option. What are the headlight options? I guess I should probably wait until it's morning before I figure out the answer to that question. Tier 5 and 19k is just too much. Don't worry, what we'll do today is we'll go to the logging camp and we'll just, as Xeon has mentioned, gotta love the early morning grind and the fun bug in the beta branch where if one industry output is full, none of them will produce. So start hauling that cordwood if you want more logs. So we might just cheese the system, go over to the logging camp, and do that trick, that infinite money trick. Because it's technically not cheating. Well, more realistically, though, I'm trying to fix the bug, and at the same time, I can make money to buy more trains. Tier 5 and 19k is just too much. Yeah, it's a little steep. Admittedly, I think by the time you hit tier 5, it makes sense to get, but like 19k? Seriously? That's a lot of cash. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have to run our locomotive to the iron smelter just to grab the cordwood cars so we can bring them all the way back to the logging camp. Also, Knuckles. We have Knuckles now, apparently. That's kind of cool. Oh, it is a little strange that it's just a toggleable setting or something like that. Also, you mean to tell me that these two cars are somehow connected? These ones are connected. These ones... What the? Wait a minute. Why the heck is the whistle up there? What on earth? Excuse me? Huh? At least stream to go home and clean for a D&D session tomorrow. Hey, nice. Nice, have fun, man. And if you're the dungeon master, make sure to include exploding flamingos in your campaign. Kind of think by the time you feel you need a rotary snowplow, money is not an issue. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And also, like, it takes a while to even get up into the snowy parts of the game due to the fact that it's mostly gold mine stuff. But at the same time, it is shiny new engine. It is shiny new thing that's made basically just for vanity. Ooh, paint jobs. Oh, this is cool. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's just a visual bug. I like the patterns where it's like slightly discolored, but no, of course it's not how it's actually intended to be. Alright, what are the headlight options here? I can barely see them because this thing is so big. Whoa, that's small. Why does a snowplow get 8 headlight options while some engines can't even get 2? Asking for a friend. Also, why is this tender so badass? It's just a snowplow. What do you not think of the new update for Ferrero's Online? I don't know. I haven't played it for long enough. I just started playing. Look at everything else, the cylinder cocks and etc. It's all over the place. Yeah, I like the compressor being over here because you never really touch that. But what the heck is this button for? What the heck is this for? Sander? I guess is probably for sander. Would have been nice to just have buttons rather than try and integrate it into the visuals. Because I feel like the visuals should just be like indicators, not necessarily actual controls, but maybe that's just me. Oh, that's small. Gotta call me out. Excuse me, what? One fear. Hello, Borland and Astoria. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. If you ever want to laugh, go to the Wikipedia article for the SS Imperator. I swear it sounds like God was like, this isn't interesting enough. Give her a fake bomb threat in 1925. Exactly, it's only a snowplow. Yeah, it's only a snowplow. It is a very shiny snowplow, but also a very, very expensive snowplow. Hello, Cable. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Okay, one thing I'm not liking right now is the fact that the third-person UI zoom resets itself every time that I leave the locomotive. Like, I want to be zoomed out fully. Please stop sending me back to view distance 1 or whatever. I beg of you. Big news, I'm finally remaking Ashfield County if everything works as planned. That is, don't worry, as with all, as with all projects, expect things to be mildly painful. Expect you to lose in like 17 different ways. Hello NKP, welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream. Expect setbacks, it's just a part of life. That is my one pro gamer tip. The game crashed. We're off to a great start. Expect Murphy's Law to play out. Exactly, expect Murphy's Law to happen. Everything that can go wrong will. Like the game crashing for some reason. What do you think of the new knuckle couplers? I haven't played with them enough to max to really, like, get a strong opinion on them. Like, this is my first time really touching the game since it came out. Or, not the game, the update. Sure, I've had an opportunity. I did play it a little bit earlier this week, but this week I've mostly been focused on Railroader. Because we've been working on a small tutorial series. Teaching people how to play the game from scratch. Expect setbacks, game crash. What do you think of the new engine, the Class 47? Looks pretty. And it'll be nice to have 460s that can match the visual style of like the Class 4... Or not really 460s that match the visual style, but more so like some level of consistency between locomotive visuals. But because you can grab one of those, you can grab the Class 47 and you can grab the Class 70 for consistency and visuals on your mainline engines. That's going to be kind of cool. I'm planning on buying one, assuming that the game doesn't crash again. Having the same issues earlier with random crashing. Apparently there are bugs with handbrakes, and them causing crashes as well as the new couplers and the Greg flats bugging. Oh boy. So what you're saying is I should save often. Because we're not going to survive more than like 5 minutes at a time when we're switching. I wonder when the hotfix will release for the update. Either next week or next month. One or other. If it gets really infuriating, I'm probably just gonna hop over to Railroader. Because I don't want to deal with that pain. Saving is for the weak of heart. Don't worry, I'll have a heart attack. Then I can save. Conveniently next. Oh right, next week is next month. That means we're not gonna get Thomas the Spank Engine done. Damn it. Should probably kill that Ko-Fi goal. It's probably for the best anyways, because I kind of wound up buying a new locomotive for the ON30 layout earlier today. Oh wait, no, it was yesterday, not earlier today, but still, same thing. Oh god, now that you mentioned the next week is next month, I'm gonna have to be on my A game. I gotta get my father, you know? We do the rabbit shenanigans. Where on the first of the month, the first person to say rabbit wins that month. Hello, Roberto. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Morning, evening, I don't know anymore. Daylight savings time, baby. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let's go commit heart weakness. And a game less likely to crash. One of my classmates has a grandfather who can give himself a heart attacks simply out of the sheer desire to piss off his doctor by walking them off. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Okay, unpin. Watch the game crash again. It didn't crash. What? Hello? Okay. I don't think the brakes are working at all, but we'll set them to 75%. Also, is it me or do these cars feel a lot slippier than before? Oh, maybe it might have been that the locomotive was pushing this because I didn't put any engine brakes on. Nah, never mind. Are you on the beta right now? Yep, I am. I'm annoyed with how big people make water wheels base game, not modded. In Minecraft? It's hard to make a good circle, man. Only had one crash in about 8 hours of playing the update. Lucky? I've had one in about 5 minutes. I'm talented. I'm just a bug magnet, man. I push the game to its limits without even intending to. Hey, GB30, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. You haven't missed out on much. We had the game crash a couple minutes ago. I guess that's probably the biggest thing you've missed out on. Swear to God, if this crashes me, I'm gonna be very disappointed. It didn't. Okay, we're good. Every time I go up to a handbrake, now I'm just afraid. Gonna be making a new full industry maps for the Alaska map. I did already. It's not really, like, super difficult or anything. But this is the redesign I've gone with. Published it a week after the Alaska update. Well, I'm calling it the Alaska update, and we are very clearly not in the mountains. Gotta do some stuff, so see you later, everyone. Alright, take care, Joel. Take care. Go commit productivity. Don't forget, you're a standard moderator for this channel to help the creator build a Sovative? I can't words. Positive, safe community. You can! You're welcome, Bup. You were going to see that on literally every live stream you ever joined of me. Perish. Oh, right. We didn't actually unload these cars. I unloaded them for money, but I was... because money important, but, because the game crashed, we didn't actually unload them. Oops. That looks pretty good to me. Today I will pass away for comedic effect. Only today? You didn't do it yesterday? Come on, no, I thought that was part of the deal. Thoughts on the new UI? It looks cleaner than the last one, but I don't like how all over the place the buttons have become. Like, it's a lot visually easier to follow along with what the heck is actually going on with all these little dials in the lower right, which I know you guys can't see perfectly because my head is in the way or whatever. Also, I just realized that. Radical. I like the dials that we have, like the air dial, the boiler pressure dial, the speedometer, water, sander, coal, all that looks awesome. What doesn't look awesome is that, like, the sander button is just kind of hidden in here, and the bell is like, why is the bell here? Why is the whistle up in the upper right-hand corner? Why is it that the button that shows you how to toggle this third-person UI, or not the button, but the prompt, is covered up by the whistle? It's cleaner than the previous UI, but it's also messier at the same time, you know? Alaska driver gets owned by a polar bear. Game over. That's right, we have to leave our steam locomotives unlocked. Because if we don't, somebody might get mauled to death. Have you ever seen an old Southern Pacific diesel before? What do you mean by old? You mean a certain paint job? Do you mean rusty? Do you mean a certain type of locomotive? Where your knuckles are animated and have sounds? None of the ones I've seen have. Really? Yeah, they have sounds for me. Is that not normal? Is this something I need to fear? Have I been chosen specifically by God to portray the new update? Knuckles don't crash your game every second you click on them. Surprisingly, no. We did have one crash, but that was from a handbrake, not from the Knuckles. So I've been especially careful with handbrakes. Alright, we are linked. I know that some people are going to complain that that's... No, you're not linked. That's not link and pin. Yes, we are. We're linked up. We are connected. It's a functional term for what we are discussing. Things that have crashed my game so far. Knuckles. Handbrakes. If anybody gets the reference, I am so sorry, but I'm not actually sorry. If you count up 7 units, yes. Yeah, old EMD, SD9, and Bloody Nose paint job. Wasn't like the Black Widow paint job an older design, though? Like, wouldn't that be more appropriate for an old engine? Yesterday I finally got my Black Widow F7A and B unit set A. I love the Black Widow paint job. It's very pretty, very stylish, and kind of sad that we don't have as fancy as a paint job on most of our railroads anymore. I understand it's because it's expensive to maintain because there's so many paint types, but come on, be fancy. You think you would play TF2? Nah. I played it once. It wasn't my style. I prefer Splatoon. I've been playing Splatoon, actually, on Twitch recently. Been doing a couple of bonus streams every Wednesday. Just hanging out, chatting, chilling, playing a very chaotic DLC. Do you really care about spoilers for Godzilla or Kong movies? Not really, no. I don't watch movies in general, so... Similar thing happened to me yesterday. I was placing a marker light about 5 minutes into a game, and it crashed, loaded back in, and never crashed after that for the next 4 hours. I'm hoping that's the case, because if it doesn't crash for another 4 hours, TGM, that means that we're going to be able to end this stream around the time we crash. Aside of BNSF paint jobs, that is, I guess, but like... BNSF still doesn't quite have the same level of class and style as the old SP Black Widow did. petition for UP to repaint all the locomotives into the SP Black Widow paint 4014 included. That's right, have heritage for another railroad, you suckers. Rebrand yourself to the Southern Pacific. You own the rights. Yeah, my vote too. We need to make like a petition, bro. We need to get it like 700 signatures. Send it into the head of Union Pacific. Godzilla X Kong, there's this huge ice kaiju called Shimo, who's being mind controlled at the end of the movie. She's freed and is basically Kong's dog. Even doing the doggy cuddles. The mental image of just... I don't know. For some reason, what popped into my head is the mental image of a giant ape and an ice dragon. And the ice dragon's rolling over backwards for tummy scratches, and they're all just sitting in the middle of this giant destroyed city. I love how we had to go all this way just to grab 4 freight cars that I happened to leave on the other side of the map on accident. Listen, some puppers need belly rubs. Some puppers? I think you mean all puppers, Eon. The SP literally assumed UP's identity, so they're actually just SP in disguise. Sneaky Pacific Railroad. Hiding behind the facade of the undying pain. Beautiful. I'm sealing these terms for future use and nobody can stop me. Alright, so I'm coming out here because I have a plan. Okay, so we do have enough space to fit the steam engine over here. And there's the game of chance when trying to give cat belly rubs. Dude, I've stopped giving Durian belly rubs because half the time she just wants to claw at me. I have had one too many incidents where I've started bleeding. I don't need another. Hello, Marioshi. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. There's also the fact that Shimo gave Kong frostbite early in the movie, and then in the end is like, dude, I'm so sorry. Can you give me shin scratches? Classic pet maneuver. I'm sorry I mortally wounded you. Can you still give me attention and affection? Surprised the SP merged with the UP. Why did they not merge with the Rock Island? Would have been a better deal than the Union Pacific in any way. Because people are weird and business decisions are very strange. Life is always logical, but the funny thing is, the logic behind certain actions isn't always, like, truly logical. Like, it's emotionally guided logic, you know? Does that make sense? So everything has a reason. Doesn't mean it's a good reason, but everything does have a reason. Do I know why? No. Oh, for heaven's sake, I should have been a little safer. Yeah, you'll never guess whose game crashed for a second time. 40 minutes into the stream. Please tell me there was an autosave. I beg of you. This way we're gonna need a new emote. Where it's just me crashing. Oh, for heaven's sake, oh, wait, no, hold on. I should have actually checked my autosaves. I'm stupid. Okay, play, host, realistic. We were doing Stir's server. Were we doing Stir's server? It's the 29th. Oh no. Stir. Did it not save? Did it not auto-save? I'm really gonna have to drive my trade across the entire map again. It's one of those days, huh? We started off with the stream issues, and now we have this. I just want to play train game. I know I could do Railroader, but I want to save the next Railroader stream for Sunday or something, or like if I'm gonna do single player, I want to spend some time hyping it up because I'm planning on doing a speed run to Robinson's Gap. Godzilla x Kong is very much a movie about Kong becoming the GOAT. He finds the rest of his kind, gets a son. You're telling me Godzilla fucks around? Gets a giant ice doge. Or sorry, not Godzilla. Kong fucks around. My bad. Gets a giant ice doge and gets the goddamn Infinity Gauntlet. Excuse me? Only major complaints with this update are the crashes, new industry balancing, and the cameras going off center. There's new industry balancing? I know about the bugs with the industries and how you have to unload both halves to keep moving or whatnot, but talk of SP mergers, I want to see the all reality where SPSF merged. People say it would have been the Penn Central of the West, but I don't think it would have been that bad. Yeah, no, they weren't rivals for life to the level that New York Central and PRR were. Hello, Locke. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We are in pain because I have crashed twice, and we've only been streaming for 45 minutes. And now we have to go all the way across the map again, because of course we do. As the new UI, the Knuckles have gotten me back into Roads and Line. I like the visual style of it. I don't like the new placements for the buttons, though. Like, I hate that the cylinder cocks are just kind of hidden away here, and it doesn't actually really tell you what it is. The sander is here, and there's just a small visual. It's a little bit confusing. I like the compressor being somewhere else. That's kind of nifty. But the whistle... Why is the whistle in the upper right, and why is it blocking out this little helpful hint that says toggle vehicle UI? Getting deja vu with unloading these gondolas. I've just been in this place before, higher on the street. Crashed how? When I hit the handbrakes on one very specific car, for some reason, the game crashes. I'm not talking... I should say, I'm not talking about, like, derail kind of crash here. I should clarify. We're talking, game is dead. Send help. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That could have ended in a disaster. Just remember it's something random. I think I checked once, and apparently the cannon temperature outside the trains in Snowpiercer show is below the temperature that air becomes liquid? Wait a minute. That's not how logic works. That's not how physics works. Also, that's not how couplers work. I uncoupled these cars. What the heck? I did that like 3 times. Buzz off. Remember reading something about Yuppie wanting to merge with BN as well? Jesus, could you imagine what it'd be like if the Yuppie and BN did actually merge? Like, assuming SP didn't did merge with BN. That would be so stupid and nuts. No, bad. No. UPB and SF merger when. Now we gotta have UP CPKCS merger. We gotta get the biggest railroad known to man. Have all of them. In fact, actually, just have Union Pacific own literally everything. You know that one meme where Wario won the literally every vote in the election or whatever? In the Electoral College? Imagine that. But it's Union Pacific, and it's with railroads. Oh, and they also own Amtrak now. And, and things like Metra. And BART. This is a really terrible idea. Petition to have the game crash emote be I am error from Zelda 2. Bro, if only people outside of my channel members could use the emotes, that would be really nice. I would very much appreciate that. I would love for people to spam Dury Heart whenever I say something heartwarming. Or to spam bruh whenever I derail. And Piss Cup. One railroad to rule them all. One railroad to bind them. I don't remember the rest of it. Hold on. Ring to rule them all. Let's look this up on Google. Figure it out. One railroad to find them? Ah, yes, man, I don't know. Where the heck could my trains be? Man, I can't seem to be... Oh, right, The problem is not that I'm not applying enough regulator, it's that I forgot to add fuel to that firebox. This is what happens when your game crashes twice, apparently. One railroad to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. The land of Mordor? Nah, in the land of Wyoming where shadows lie. The one railroad from the iconic Lord of the Rail series by J.R.R. Son. New fanfiction. We're gonna... Next time I stream Splatoon, I'm just gonna have a link to a fanfiction that anybody can edit and write. Lord of the Rails. For some reason that sounds like an 80s sitcom. Yeah, that's just... what would the romantic love interest be? Would it be some rich lady who happens to ride in the observation car every time, and the conductor starts noticing her? Except he's, like, extremely awkward. Normally he's extremely stoic and really badass, but today, whenever he's around this lady, this rich pretty girl in this 80s sitcom, he just fumbles the ball constantly. One global Genesee in Wyoming. I mean, aren't they in Australia and the UK? Don't they have rail services there? Genesee and Wyoming somehow taking over literally every railroad in the world isn't impossible. Or building boiler pressure. No main cannon ship is between the engineer and fireman. That would actually make for a really excellent dynamic, though. That'd be funny. Fired up my PS4 after about a year of it just sitting down around, and Red Dead 2 looks even better than I remember. The graphics are seriously mind-blowing. Horse balls! Also, naturally, one of the first things I did was examine the train. Looks pretty dang accurate. Like, the cars individually, or the train consist, which is pretty dang accurate. The conductor is Gatsby and the girl is Daisy. Is this a Lord of the Rings reference? It's been like years and I only read The Hobbit. I didn't actually read The Lord of the Rings. Godzilla x Kong. Kong fights a serpent monster straight out of One Piece, and he eats it like ramen. Oh god, that's so cursed, especially considering one of the things I said on a Wednesday stream. Mudger Radio. If either of you are around, feel free to enlighten chat about the very terrible thing which I said on the stream. I'm pretty sure Lord of the Rings doesn't have any major romantic subplots. Now, clearly, Sauron and the Ring. That's the big ship. Actually, wait, don't they ride a boat at some point? That's the big ship. I will admit, my knowledge of Lord of the Rings is very much limited to the Magic the Gathering set that they released last year. How do you like the new UI for Railroads Online? I like the visual style, and I think this looks a lot better than it did before, but I do not like where some of these buttons are. Like, why, I whistle? Why up here? The white text often clashes with the bright background. Why is the sander hidden away down here? Why is the bell hidden away down here? Why is the cylinder cocks hidden away down here? And why are they so terribly labeled? The only one of these that I immediately understood was the bell. I think the compressor being over here is reasonable, and having that on the side is good, but everything else just feels wrong to me. When it comes out of the buttons that are placed in this corner. I like the look of it, though. And I do like the UI over here. I like the speed limit, I like the water thing, the sand thing. That all makes sense. All this, these gauges and whatnot make sense, but the buttons, not so much. Also, is it me? Or is my vantage point over the tent? Shouldn't it be over the engine? That was weird. Sauron and the tower. Sauron's massive tower. Oh, whoa. Oh, that's a curse statement. I hate it, and I love it. Watch the movies, it'll only take you 10 hours. If you have time to play 10,000 hours of Splatoon, I haven't played 10,000 hours of Splatoon. I've only played about, I think 9,000? We actually talked about this on the last stream. We went ahead and we looked at my playtime. It was terrible, it was great. Camera moves around on curves and doesn't go back. What? Why? Considering this and the crashes, I am very, very tempted to just switch over to Railroader. Alright, hold on. Let's drop a save, because I know the game is going to crash. Because of course it will. Wait. Why did I make the pin noise? That's strange. That's mildly concerning. Well, Red Dead Redemption 2 as well, and the game developers did a really good job with trains in Red Dead Redemption 2. Better than most game developers over in Europe, as they tend to do with trains in North America most of the time, for goodness sake. 3-link couplers and buffers. It's always really funny, seeing that on like a very much American old western steam locomotive. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we just have buffers from Thomas the Tank Engine. This is normal, right guys? Oh no, Sauron's giant 47-inch tower is stuck in the fence again. Which one, the electric or the barbed wire? You made me think of 47 inches. I'm gonna make you think of that hell. Forgot my PS4 is also a DVD player, and I've been rewatching Gravity Falls, ayo. I never actually watched Gravity Falls. One of my friends forced me to watch it once, and it was pretty fun, but I don't remember any of it, and we only watched like 2 episodes, and they were just random episodes in the middle of the series. Just put a new dinosaur in my park. Or are you playing like a Zoo Tycoon or something? Only for it to immediately after break out of its pen and into another enclosure and then proceeds to wipe out the population of that enclosure. Goodbye, sheep. You weren't as interesting anyways. Guys are saving up for this new sexy new 10-wheeler. Yeah, that we are, JHR. We're having to turn around our train. We're having to go over to the sawmill and up to the logging camp to do things. We're gonna do it. We'll get it done. Man, you're less cultured than the guy who owed me $380 for a time. And he's never seen Pirates of the Caribbean. TK, I have news for you about Pirates of the Caribbean and me watching it. Nah, I've seen Pirates of the Caribbean. We even watched 4. Wasn't as good as 3. Wasn't as impactful. For the first time I watched Gravity Falls, Disney aired each pair of episodes in reverse order. What? Why? So I saw the end of the next episode before I saw the first? What the heck? There's 5 now. Oh, don't worry, I'm aware. And I have very much not watched the 5th. Apparently there's going to be a 6th, though, from what I've heard. Admittedly, I don't really know very well. But, you know, in my childhood, we never watched Cars. Gangnam Style, we did not watch for a year. I guess that's not really a very cultured thing, but, you know, it's sort of like a thing of that time period, I don't know. Hello, Pyro. Hello, Thomas. Welcome to the stream. What else did I not watch? Well, I basically didn't watch any TV shows outside of, like, Home Improvement. So, if you ever had anything that you liked, Fairly Odd Parents, Drake and Josh, SpongeBob SquarePants, yeah, I didn't watch that as a kid. In fact, I have stronger memories of watching South Park as a kid than I do of watching... what's it called? Nope. Don't want you moving. I have stronger memories of watching South Park than I do of watching SpongeBob. I was a weird kid who I went to see Cars multiple times, and I remember, and I only saw Cars 2 once, and I didn't like it that much. Good. I have heard very many things about Cars 2, and how great and excellent of a movie that everybody loves, clearly. Okay, that's unpinned. Why the frick is this moving? Can you stop rolling, please? Good lord. I don't want to have to use 100%. I don't want to accidentally crash my game for like the 17th time. I haven't played lots of Rares Online recent updates, but I can't stand that Knuckle not reaching out over the cowcatcher. I know, it's so annoying. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that they added here today, but also, there is so much stuff that they flubbed. So much. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated is the goat of Scooby-Doo shows. Isn't that the one where, like, people actually die off camera? And in the end, the only way they were able to get the happy ending is because they had to do, like, a timeline reset or something like that? Parents didn't allow me to use the internet until I was in 6th grade, so my entire childhood was Tom and Jerry and Scooby-Doo on the Boomerang channel. Not complaining, though. For me, the funny thing is, my parents got us a Wii, and that was how we got our exercise. Legitimately, we would jump up and down so much that the entire house would shake, because we were shaking the Wii remotes while playing Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Because we were trying to charge up the static shock burst thing, and we were very excited to beat the boss, Wispy Woods. And that's how I became a Kirby fan, because I have very fond memories of my sister and I just bouncing up and down in the living room violently. I remember asking why they put out knuckle couplers and now, and the explanation was, we'll explain in the devlog, and then the reason was, we want to put it in the games now so players can test it, ignoring how the feature of knuckle couplers was a toggle in the menu and not in a building like, say, the workshop they also talk about. Yeah, the knuckles feel scuffed and rushed. I know I normally have a certain subject banned because of all the negative discourse that has come from it, but I can't deny it really does feel like these were rushed into the game because of a certain video. Honestly, I might change back to Link and Pin, though I don't even know how to. Where's the option for this? Is it in gameplay? Is it in graphics? Is it in controls? Where do I change whether or not I'm using Knuckles? I assume it's probably on the main menu, isn't it? It's not actually an option that I choose here. Only real show I watched was Octonauts. Then I was able to prove World War I happened in that universe. The one life goal: make sure that in these timelines, great disasters actually happen. Same Scooby-Doo show that we are talking about also alluded to a move to make babies that involves pudding. Wow. Impressive. I've played with it, they work, I guess. I won't mention that game, it just feels like they should have kept the feature internally before it was more refined. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking here. Should have spent more time refining it, but then again, that is admittedly, like, major story of a lot of features when it comes to this game. Don't get me wrong, I still like playing this, but man, the updates could be better. This game, Scooby-Doo show, also had the only really only? That's kind of sad. Emphasis on the only part there. Man. If only execs weren't so flippin'... Absolutely love Rares Online. I love what it offers despite everything. Just wish there wasn't people making everything a competition. Exactly, and that's really the reason that we have discussion about cough cough, nudge nudge, banned. Because that is the problem with it, with the discussion. But I do also think that it is important to bring up here because it really does feel like that's the main reason that this exists. Hello, Mudge. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Place your bets now. Oh, wait, hold on, Mudge. You can... You were one of the witnesses for the Wednesday Splatoon stream. You can tell people what the heck I said about the final boss. The cursed statement. We can have somebody as a witness to the terrible thing I said on stream. Oh yeah, the one I clipped. Yes, please. Send the clip in the Discord. Also, apparently, Twitch did not save a VOD for that, and I'm very disappointed. That would have been so funny to show the 10,000 or 1,000% fire rain. Mystery Inc. was an amazing Scooby-Doo show. I remember just continuing to watch episodes because of how it was written. Man, I really am uncultured. I'm just out here like I didn't watch TV as a kid. I don't know any TV shows. Like, the only episode of SpongeBob I watched was that was when I was like 7 years old. We were sitting in Chicago Union Station in one of the playrooms for kids. And I was eating a McDonald's hamburger, and I was really pissed because they put pickles on my hamburger, even though I told them not to. That is my strongest memory of SpongeBob. Of all the things in the world to remember about watching SpongeBob, that is what I recall. Also, this is actually kind of cool getting photos from a sort of different perspective. Normal reaction, to be fair. Only 2 seasons, but it didn't need any more. Yeah, well, sometimes one thing that a lot of shows and games have been doing recently is trying to draw out the narrative longer and longer. And, like, yeah, just to keep audience retention. I'm like, bro, give me a satisfying narrative conclusion and make a new TV show. Please. I'll be far more invested if you can continue, like, ending your shows and have the balls to actually stop, step back, and say, okay, time for something new. Please. Please, I beg of you. You can have a good show only be 2 seasons to be peak. Yeah, like, for instance, look at Gravity Falls. I haven't watched Gravity Falls, but look at Gravity Falls. Also, speaking of looking at things, hey, if you folks are on the Discord, check the Twitch clip that Mudge posted in general. To be frank, I don't even remember what it said, just do it. Just watch the Twitch clip, you cowards. It's all about knowing when to end shows live. Exactly, it's all about knowing when your narrative arc is over. At the very least, if you're gonna keep dragging out the show, give us a satisfying narrative conclusion. For, like, between season 3 and 4 or something like that. Haven't put out a patch for the recent update yet, have they? My friend crashes every time he tries to place a roundhouse, and I say, oh, I haven't even tried placing a roundhouse. No, they don't have a patch, and we have crashed twice on stream already. It's one of the problems I've been experiencing trying to write a narrative series for my channel. I want audience engagement, but I also want it to end at the right time. Yeah, it's really tricky, but usually the best way to do that is to start with the end. You know what I want to see? Like a 5-season show where the last episode ends on a cliffhanger. There's no season 6. Just to piss off people. I'd do that. I'd pitch that to Disney. Make it so the seasons are ridiculously short, though. Like, let's say they're 8 episodes long. I don't know. Now, let's say they're 4 episodes long. Why not? How far are you from getting the 460? We are currently, how expensive is the 460, actually? Let me slow down this train to about 10 miles an hour, and then we'll figure it out. Oh my god, how far off center have we gone? With the camera positioning, what the heck? Also, wait, hello? Uh-oh. Guys, I'm not holding down right click or anything. Why? No. What is... Why? What is happening? Why can't I move my mouse? Hello? Hit the Windows key? I tried doing that, but the game crashed. Well, that's crash number 3, everybody. Trust me, I was trying to cheat the system there, but it didn't work. Why? If we crash one more time, I might just call it quits and either do Splatoon or Railroader, 'cause I have suffered enough. Also, I'm going to make sure that we're auto-saving more frequently. Pain. Why must life be like this? Oh, and it didn't even save at a point where... Screw this, I'm disobeying my own rules. I'm not uncoupling from these cars. We're just gonna have the engine in the middle of the train and we're just gonna call that good enough. I am so done with this crashing. Alright, let's try this again. How much... Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Okay, the Windows key did work that time. Thank you for the tip. But why? Why? Is this going to happen every time? Okay, no. No. Just no. Am I really going to have to hit Windows? The Windows key every time I want to tab. Okay, no, it's just the first time. What is wrong with this? Okay. Let's look at the shiny new engine. Please don't crash my game. There it is. Okay, it's $3,700. That's not too bad. Oh my god, it's doing the thing again. Again, why? We could go for the super tall smokestack. Hold on. What headlight options do we have? Do we have a circular one somewhere? Oh, we have antlers! Heck yeah! I'd probably just go for standard box. What about paint jobs? Is there literally any difference between these two paint jobs? I can see this one's slightly redder. This one feels slightly bluer. That one feels slightly redder. This one I can't tell any oh, I see like a very minor difference in the tone. I'll probably just go for this one. It's like a bigger Glenbrook. There are no bugs in Railroads Online. No bugs whatsoever. Totally didn't just get my mouse locked again. And again, why does this keep happening? Bruh. I do not feel bad about cheating in the money that we're going to be getting. This is terrible. Does the train lose its antlers in the winter? Yes, it does. They grow back in the summer. Oh, that God. Could you imagine a modern day diesel locomotive growing antlers in the winter? Around its number boards or something. Wow. Pretty sure I just soft locked my logging camp until they put a patch out. How'd you soft lock your logging camp? Did you know you can unload cordwood, right? And that'll start loading it logs back in. There should be a way that you can unsoft lock yourself. Oh, also, I have something exciting to mention in passing that I don't want to go into too much detail about because it's a secret project. But speaking of new locomotives, I happened to get one for cheaper than I got the articulated. I don't know if it has sound. It might just be DCC, but the guy said it was DCC in sound. I just have to wait for it to arrive. If it is sound, it is the new cheapest DCC in sound locomotive that I've ever bought. If you consume too many logs, it'll break and stop outputting logs. Yeah, well, look, from somebody said earlier in the stream, if one output is full, all outputs will stop loading. So what you have to do is you have to unload cordwood to start getting logs again. You can just sort of willy-nilly unload it into the void if you want, you know? I think having antlers would be cool. Furry! Furry! I don't think that one ginger at my school would mess with me as much if I had forehead weaponry. Self-defense measures. An old bug. This back got empty both sides of the industry to get cargo to move, basically. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's favorite, it's back. I mean, this is the beta branch. We should expect it to be a little less stable, but at the same time, like, brother. You shouldn't be advertising this stuff like it's the cool, new hip thing that's insanely well polished and awesome and gonna change how you play the game when it's this buggy. Before this update, industries would end up producing products regardless of space. Afterwards, they broke the way the industries work. I do not know how to feel being partially responsible? How are you partially responsible for this? Huh? Say partially responsible because I reported the bug? What bug? The industry's not loading properly bug, or are we talking about something else that caused this bug? What's funny is the beta branch is essentially the main branch that players use. Yes, exactly, like, bro. Ah. I'm using the legacy branch because none of my computers are strong enough. Get them lifting weights, JHR. Go out of your way. Tell them to go to the gym. Make them stronger. This one time I ordered Spamton's glasses, aka the deal maker, from Etsy, and it never arrived. I found it fitting. I got scammed by Spamton merch. Basically, I've recorded it where the industries were producing product before waiting for space for all the product, resulting in lots of it lost. You know, that is a fair bug to report, though. That's a problem. I can see why that would make you feel partially responsible, but nah, that's not your fault. It's just a bug. It's game doing bad and dumb. How do you change what branch you play on? You know what? Allow me to demonstrate real quick. We want... Where is it? Le Cringe. Let's set this to Steam. Toggle it on. Center it. It's a little bit big. Hold on. Shrink it. Center it. What you want to do, go to the little settings tab right here, manage, properties, betas. and then you can select from this drop-down menu right here. Oh, you can't even see the second screen. Hold on. Let me open up the properties menu on stream. Oh wait, I can't. It's not showing up. It's not an option. Anyways, properties, betas, and then you just use a drop-down menu and select it. It's pretty easy. Good lord, how many games do you have? I think around, let me see actually. Let me check my profile. I have 128. You like the clicking sound a model train makes when it crosses an offset piece of track? I have I don't really know that sound very well because I have not really run my model trains on any layout other than my father's recently, and his layout has well-laid track, so... Why the hell do you have so many games? Oh man, do we need to have story time with Stir about when my username was an acronym for a war I had with a school friend that they never learned about? Because I haven't even played most of the game, nor downloaded them. I just bought them because they were cheap. A lot of them were straight up 10 cents a pop. Also, some of them are games that I played with my friends a lot. Please elaborate. No, I won't. I refuse. I will make you suffer. So, what happened was in my first year of high school, I was friends with somebody who had some problems. I honestly feel bad for them because their life was always a mild mess. I don't want to get into details of what little I do know about what happened to them and what they went through. It was not the prettiest stuff, and they didn't know how to control their emotions, and they kind of started lashing out at school. And apparently, this is not the first time they did that. And so, one thing that they took a lot of pride in was the fact that they had the highest Steam level of anybody, at, like, level 20. And so one day I'm like, but what if I beat him? Because he was being such a rude butt to basically everybody in school. Not literally everybody, I didn't get any of the rudeness, admittedly, but the stories that were passing around about the stuff that he did was, not pleasant. In fact, it was so unpleasant that the one day that they revisited school in senior year, because in their junior year they left, the one day they revisited school senior year, a lot of the seniors just skipped their classes and were like, nope, let us know when he's gone. And we had to have a major talk to all the staff at the school. But one thing I did at the time to mildly get back at them was, it was... Stir Wars stood for an acronym for something. My full username at the time was Stir Wars. It was Star Wars, but with the A's replaced with E's. And what the acronym stood for was Starlow's Trading... What was it? God, I can't remember what it was. It was like Starlow's Trading Involvement Riot. with extra revenue sources. I remember WERS stood for with extra revenue sources. I'm trying to remember what STIR stood for though. And I'm using Starlau as a placeholder name. I'm not actually going to use the name that they were using at the time, for privacy's sake. Yeah, I think it was Starlau's Trading Involvement Riot with extra revenue sources, something along the lines of that. And basically, I just bought a bunch of Steam trading cards and beat the living daylights out of him when it came down to Steam levels. And so I bought a bunch of games, too, to increase my level all the way up to level 69. And the thing is, it was a big brain play, because either I could taunt this guy by lording over them the fact that I was winning in the levels war, or I could taunt them by saying, I don't care, you wasted more money on this stupid stuff than I did. And it worked so well that the poor guy actually got extremely upset and extremely frustrated and had a very big breakdown one day. I feel kind of bad about it, especially now that I know what happened. But at the same time, oh my god, the stuff that that person did was, not good. Kinda nasty. And so that's why I have 128 Steam games that I haven't played, like, more than half of them. Because I bought them for 10 cents. Just so I could get a higher Steam level. Of course it had to be level 69. What's really funny is that at one point I actually had 69 XP from getting to level 70. I'm at level 70 now. But I was legitimately 69 XP from getting level 70, and somebody's like, you can't do this! You have to keep it at this state! I'm at 29, I got 40 more levels to go. Straight up, dude, Mudge, I went on websites to find really cheap badges that I could get. I have crafted so many badges just by buying Steam trading cards for 3 cents a piece. For video games that nobody's ever heard about. Like Mustache Mountain, or Super Mustache, or Fish. Problem is that if you want anything above 69, the next cool number is level... Oh, you're so right. I'm stuck in purgatory. Alright, you know... Screw it. I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna drop one more save, just in case. But I'm not gonna be doing the caboose stuff today, because this is too much of a nightmare. Okay, hold on. You can go ahead, we can unlink that. And we are going to grab the 242. Good old little tank engine. Now we're gonna bring the 2 flat cars and the 4 cordwood flats up the hill. Oh man, I'm not hip with the kids anymore. Ayo, why the heck are those cars moving? Is that a slight downhill? Well, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna get out of the way, but... Ah? 242 is my first loco in Alaska. It's a nice little engine. I love the way it looks. I hate the sound loops, but I love the way that the actual engine looks. It's a cute little locomotive. Adorable little goober. Not gonna lie, I've been looking into HON30 a little bit, and I found this adorable 042 conversion kit for the HON30 Scarloey. Like, to make it look like a respectable 042, rather than just a Thomas the Tank Engine character. No shade to Thomas the Tank Engine, but, at the same time, not my style exactly. Oh, I should probably get a coaling tower down somewhere. That would be the smart thing to do. Found an HON3 kit for that engine, actually. Ooh. Didn't buy it, though. The HON30 one I found was, was a 3D print I found on Shapeways. I think Bachman sells Tallylin as a separate model now, if that makes any future ideas easier. Ooh. I think it'd be funnier, though, to actually just butcher a Thomas the Tank Engine character and see the comments from some people being like, you disgrace to mankind. How dare you destroy my favorite character. Speaking of H13, I found an H13 Uinta in Sumter Valley Railway form for less than $100. Damn! That's pretty good. One thing I find really fascinating is how, at least in my experience, ON30 seems to be the most popular of the O-scale narrow gauge gauges because of the HO stuff, but HON30, despite using N-scale track, is not the most popular. Instead, HON3 is. There's way more stuff for HON3 than there is for HON30. I don't think it matters. Yeah, some people won't mind, but I also like the rage bait comments of people being like, oh my god, you are the worst person known to man. Those will be funny to see. But then again, it would also just mean I would have to build a completely new model railroad in a scale that I'm not used to. I need to finish the ON30 layout first. And I have an N scale layout that we have that is like 60% done. Okay, probably, actually no, it's probably not 60% done, but it's 40% done. I should focus on those. We need trees, we need roads. I need to finish it because that layout looks really nice and really cute. Okay, we're building boiler pressure. Finally, after all these years. Okay, we probably need to wait for the boiler to get a little more pressure. I'd love to find a Baldwin 8, 18C for 130, but other than brass models that are as much as a down payment on a car, I haven't seen anything. What's the 818C? Hold on. Let me Google that real quick. Just to make sure I know what I'm thinking of. Oh, yes, okay. So, TGM. There is a 3D printed conversion kit that is $72 that takes the standard Bachmann ON30 440. If you get one of those, it won't be exactly an 818C, but it will be a more like backdated Eureka-esque 440. I'd recommend checking out the Cumberland shops on Etsy and seeing their photos that they have, because they... Great shop. Excellent. Good quality resin 3D prints. Definitely worth it. I used some of them for a project that I still haven't finished editing for the channel because I've forgotten to. We have another mogul that I haven't bothered posting yet. 818C is the Eureka. Yeah, I thought it was the Class 48 for a second. I was also going to recommend another Cumberland Shops kit, but yeah, no, Eureka. I was close. It's an engine in the game. I was kind of a little bit off with the wheel arrangement and type of engine, though. Hey, K-Kid, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'm not doing great with Railroads Online. I've been talking with the devs to help me with Railroads Online because it crashes when I start the game. Dude, I've crashed 3 times on this live stream already. It's to such a point that I'm just gonna say, you know what, if I crash again, I'm gonna start streaming something else because this is getting quite tiring. We've had some buggy behaviors. We've had trouble trying to look at the buy menu for new locomotives. That has been a pain in the butt. But it's been a good day. We've just been vibing for about 2 hours now. If I could, I would 100% buy models of the K36, K37, and K28, as well as an Ace and Bogey. I got like 3 or 4 layout ideas in my head, and at least 2 of those are Thomas related. The other 2 are related to a series I want to make called Amwell County Railroad. I'm the exact same way, Pyro. I have a design for an HO130 model railroad. I have a design for a 4x6 foot modernization of Thunder Mesa in N scale. I have a design for a 2x4 foot HO130, HO130, or N scale logging railroad. I have a design for a modern era, what was it? 2x4 foot N scale short line railroad with excursion trains. I have a design for a 2x4 foot ON30 layout. What else do I have designs for? Oh yes, a 1x2 foot T-gauge layout. That's a fun one. I was like a 1x4 foot N-gauge switching layout that I actually started work on a couple of years ago. Dude, I have so many plans. I shouldn't be talking about them. Maybe I should just be posting them in the Discord and seeing if people actually want to build them. Line crashes every time when I start the game. Yeah, the game has a lot of things that make it crash right now, so I'm not surprised to hear that somebody's just not able to open the game and it just constantly dies. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Chugging at that speed you were just going at when you started, I keep thinking to myself, Alamosa, 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 Alamosa. What's it like when it's at full speed, though? I bet. Do we have any words that match the Steam sounds for this engine when it's at top notch? This is why I wait for stability patches, man. As a content creator, I wish I had that luxury. Speaking of models, I was thinking about getting an RMS Lusitania model and painting her as Marutania in her post-war condition. Might as well as get some models about my other interests. Yeah! It's a fun little project, because painting and building things is honestly a joy in the hobby that I feel like a lot of us forget. Like, yeah, sure, it's fun to run trains, but it's also fun to make them. I know that I was really terrible about thinking about that for the longest time. For some reason, it sounds like I like peas. That is a blatant lie. I don't like peas. But I'm going to say that, yes, it does sound like that. Whoa, what the? Hey guys! You'll never guess what happened! I'm so done with Railroads Online for today. We streamed for 2 hours. And immediately... well, okay, maybe not immediately, it's 2:02 p.m., but just... dead. I was going to save the game, but no. Of course we had to derail and crash. It's one of those days. This is why I play Railroader more often than Railroads Online. Entirely valid. 100% reasonable. I might swap over to Railroader here. I could swap to a million games. I could swap to Railroader, FTL, Splatoon, Derail Valley. Stardew Valley. Continue that save we did on stream like a year ago. I should build a layout. Could do an N-scale dock railroad, maybe similar to BED. Oh, I don't remember what the acronym stands for. Brooklyn East District Terminal? And now I might have to? Hold on. I have a dock plan for a model railroad. Yep. Brooklyn East District Terminal. Eastern District Terminal. I was close. I think trains is the move, Railroader or Derail Valley. Yeah, I should probably just do Railroader. Alright, hold on. I need to change the street. Oh! Right! So hey, some of you remember how at the beginning of the stream we had this little thing that said, quote-unquote, fun fact, down here, the second thing here. Plus, the weird stream stuff, see message in chat, and apparently I'm a magnet for random YouTube troubles this week, Lamau. Hold on. If I scroll back all the way to the top of chat, the first message that was sent, I can't even see actually, because chat has scrolled up way too far. Anyways, YouTube doesn't allow me to hit the edit button on my stream. In order to set up a new stream, I have to manually schedule one for like 5 minutes down the line and then set up the details through that. I can't just hit the edit button and change the title to be like, oh yeah, we're playing Railroader now. Either I have to suffer and stick with the title we have now, or I have to completely restart the stream. Apparently the world just hates me. That's why I use Twitch. That's why I'm transitioning to Twitch, man. I'm slowly getting there. We have the channel. The only problem with it is that I would have to change my stream key if I wanted to swap over to Twitch. That's going to be a little bit of a headache. Technical difficulties, am I right? Pain and suffering, am I right? Lord help us all. How are we going to go about this? How are we going to do this? Confusion and delay, as the train fellas say. We could swap over to Twitch and experiment streaming over there, some Railroader. If you swap over to Twitch, I'll have 2 reasons to make an account over there, which is twice as compelling as my current one. Railroader. Yeah, we'll do Railroader in a minute. Hold on. Let me send a link to Twitch, and we'll swap over to there and try streaming on Twitch today. That sound good to everybody? Do a little bit of Railroader. I thought I could just make a post on YouTube saying Railroad's line crashed too much. I had to restart the stream, and due to technical difficulties, I'm just moving to Twitch or something like that. Okay. This might take me a couple of minutes. I might expect like a 10 to 15 minute delay as I try and transfer over to Twitch, so give me a little bit of time here, but I will see you all on the flip side. Cheers, folks.